Let's talk Ravens with Yolanda. Let's go. A healthy balance at every position. If they brought in Derrick Henry, because the Ravens aren't serious. Eric DeCosta's make or break season, off season. Good evening, Ravens flock. Good evening, family. I hope you all are doing well. We made it to another end of the week. Woo, it's been a rough week, but it's been still a good week. So I'm happy to be here tonight with you all to share a few minutes as we talk about our Baltimore Ravens. There's a lot to be excited about, and as the thumbnail suggested, now what? Now what do we do? This has been termed as the kind of lull in the off season. Not a whole lot going on, but we're still here because whatever news there is to report about, we're going to report on it. And some things have happened. I'm a little late to talk about some of these transactions that the Baltimore Ravens made, but still happy to share it with you and get your thoughts on it nonetheless. Before we jump right into tonight's stream, I want to say hello and give a warm welcome to those who are joining in the chat. We have the Woo Pig podcast. Yes, if you are an Arizona Razorback fan or you like Arizona football, college football, you want to make sure you go over to the Woo Pig podcast and give them a follow. And he is a Chicago Bears fan. Well, thank you for joining. I appreciate you coming by. We also have Tanja Bowman in the house. Good evening, Tanja. I hope you all are doing well. So with that, we will go ahead and get started. There is, interestingly enough, as I was on the quest for the Ravens acquiring a new wide receiver this offseason, it dawned on me. And I said, did I say, I see in the chat Razorbacks. Did I not say Razorbacks? But if I didn't call it the Arkansas, I think I said Arizona. That's what I said. Sorry. It is Arkansas. Let me make sure we clarify that. It's not Arizona, Arkansas Razorbacks. Yeah, I should know that because I'm a Gators fan, and yeah, there we go. So I should know that. We also have Holy Bro joining us in the building. Good evening to you. Thank you for coming by. So as I was saying, on my quest for obtaining or wanting the Baltimore Ravens to bring in another wide receiver, something dawned on me. And I thought to myself, let me share it with you. I almost forgot about Isaiah Likely. Yes, he is our tight end. He is not a wide receiver, but he is that big body, tight end that Lamar has developed chemistry with, because last year, in his second year, we all saw when Mark Andrews went down, we asked Isaiah Likely to step up, and that he did. This does not obviate the need of us still going to get a big body wide receiver, because I think that would really complete our wide receiver core. But just as I was thinking about it, I said, what happened? I saw a tweet over this past week, and it leads into the next topic that we'll get into, but Isaiah Likely made a comment about Lamar Jackson losing weight, slimming down this offseason. And he said, if you thought Lamar Jackson was fast before, you just wait. You just wait. And that reminded me, we do have weapons on this team that we need to remember. And although Isaiah Likely might not be in the forefront, especially now that Mark Andrews is supposed to come back, and I think he, barring any setback, he will be back at the start of the season. We can't forget Isaiah Likely. I know I did. I don't want to say I forgot him. I almost did. I knew he was there, but I almost forgot about him. So let's not forget that in our arsenal, we still have Isaiah Likely. And I love the chemistry and the connection that he and Lamar started to formulate, and they started to bond, especially as his role increased in Mark Andrews' absence. Some of his stats from last year: 37 targets, 30 receptions, 411 yards, and 5 touchdowns. I think that, and he built on that because in the year before, he had 3 touchdowns. So I think with an increased role in the offense, I'm sure Isaiah Likely is going to be a threat for us. He's going to be a good weapon for Lamar this upcoming season. We have the Black and Gold Standard podcast. Yes, please make sure, if you happen to like the Steelers, or if you just want to know what the Steelers are up to, please go over to the Black and Gold Standard podcast and give him a follow over there as well. Thank you so much, Kirby, for joining. We also have Big Reg, host of Big Boy Talk. Speaking of, Big Boy Talk is back tonight, 8 o'clock, as soon as this stream ends, because if you don't want the party to stop, it doesn't have to. You can go straight over to Big Reg's channel and have some fun, because he's always going to give you that excellent content, wonderful dialogue, not just about sports, about life. And there's so much that's been going on in the news, and I'm sure he's going to cover all of it this evening. And I mean, who knows? It might just pan out to be a 2-hour stream. No pressure. No pressure. We also have Nana Rave. Good evening to you, Nana. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for joining. Um, I just wanted to give a special warm welcome to my mom. Thank you, Mom, for joining. She caught the live stream tonight. I appreciate you for coming by, Mom. And since my mom is here, everyone, happy Mother's Day to all of the ladies, all the mothers out there. I hope this weekend is a beautiful weekend with your families, with your loved ones. But thank you, Mom, for joining. We also have Be the Change You Wish to See. I hate to say it, but using multiple tight ends came easy to Greg Roman. Yeah, it did. It did. And we'll see. What do you think? Be the change you wish to see. Do you think Todd Monken can replicate that? Do you think Todd Monken can utilize the tight end sets that she just mentioned? So, but yeah, I almost, like I was saying, I almost forgot about Isaiah Likely, but let's not forget him. Let's keep him in mind, because he's certainly going to be a weapon this upcoming season. And I'm happy, and I'm looking forward to it, because I like Isaiah. I really do. The next topic, as I was saying, Isaiah mentioned in an interview that he did this week. He said, everybody sees it. Let's talk about it. Let's all overreact. Lamar Jackson has slimmed down. What are your thoughts about him slimming down? I shared with you what Isaiah Likely said, where he indicated that, like, he's dangerous. He's slim, he's fast, he's even faster than he used to be. Watch out. He's put the league on notice. And then on the opposite end of the pendulum, we have the people who are saying, oh, he's too small, and he needs to gain some weight, and I believe Lamar knows his body well enough, better than any of us. And I believe it's up to Lamar, the dietitian, the trainers, the coaches, to ensure that he is in the best physical shape possible for us to chase the Lombardi. Ooh, that needs to be a hashtag. Ravens chasing the Lombardi. I like it. Y'all heard it here first. But I'm not one that's going to overreact and say, oh, he's too small. And that's not my concern. My concern is, number one, is he healthy? Number two, is he ready? Is he in football shape, and is he football ready for this season? Because we're going to put a lot on his shoulders, especially if we have a new wide receiver who we bring in later on. There's got to be time for chemistry, connection to develop. This is year 2 for Todd Monken. And I heard something this week on, I think it was X, and I think maybe it was Mina Kimes, I'm not sure, but I think it was, because she said, you have to remember, you've got to give Lamar Jackson a lot of credit. He won league MVP for the second time, but he won it last year under a new offense. He had a brand new offensive coordinator, a brand new scheme, yet he was able to still become the league MVP. And when I heard that, I said, yes, that's right. That's our league MVP we're talking about. So, Lamar Jackson, if you are watching, we appreciate you. Whatever you do with your weight, that's your business. Just make sure that you're ready to go. And we believe that you are. So, I'm happy. I'm ready. I can't wait. I have a question. So, this is Purple Friday Q&A. This is where I'm going to ask questions. I want you all to interact with me, share your thoughts. And if you're watching on replay, welcome. Leave a comment down below and answer some of the questions that I asked today. And if you have questions in the chat, please make sure that you ask your questions and I'll do my best to get to them and answer them on today's show. I know some of the fan base is divided on this topic. Going back to Isaiah Likely. How do you feel about Mark Andrews' return? Knowing that when Isaiah Likely came to the table, when it was his time, when Mark Andrews went down, our offense still was able to continue to thrive. So I'd like to hear from you. What are your thoughts about, Twitter is, you got to be careful on Twitter. Okay. You just got to be real careful. Watch Twitter, with caution, okay? Because I've seen comments that say, trade Mark Andrews while there's still value, while we can still get good return from him. Trade him and send him on his way and then bring someone else in. I don't think I'm that radical. I don't. I know that if we look at statistics, and I did not look up these statistics, but I'm sure if we look at statistics of how our offense worked, how we managed to continue to go through, even in the time of Mark Andrews' absence, we were still okay. And so people are saying, some people in the fan base say, oh, see, we were doing just fine without Mark Andrews. We don't need him. It's okay. Let him go. We can put the heavy load now on third year tight end, Isaiah Likely. We bring someone else in and we'll be fine. I don't know if I agree with that. And the reason that I don't necessarily agree with it is because I know that Lamar and Mark Andrews have a wonderful connection between the two. And Mark Andrews, we call him Money Mark, but I think Mark Andrews has become that almost security blanket for Lamar. And to take that away, we already took away Hollywood Brown. I know everybody's not a Hollywood Brown fan. I happen to be one, but you can't deny whether you like Hollywood or not, the proof is evident. When he was needed for Lamar to catch, to throw the deep ball to, he was there. Ooh, that was a tongue twister, but he was there. And so he was reliable. And there was a connection that you cannot deny. So that's my only concern about thoughts or rumors, not rumors per se, in terms of like, oh, I think the Ravens are really considering trading Mark. No, please, you heard it here first. I am not saying that. It's just something I saw on Twitter. That's why I say you got to read Twitter with a grain of salt, because not everything is what it purports itself to be. Okay, Tanja said she's fine with Mark Andrews. He's been hurt. And I feel like Lamar needs all the weapons he can get. Yeah, why get rid of talent? Exactly. It's Monken's job to use all of the weapons. I'm with you. I don't want to get rid of Lamar's weapons, a proven weapon. And this is something that is not going to help us. As I said a minute ago, hashtag Ravens chase the Lombardi, taking away a weapon that Lamar is comfortable, confident in, that's just not going to advance our goals. So no, that's right. Woo Pig Podcast. Twitter is dangerous. I go on Twitter because I want to keep up to date with what's going on. I watch it, sparingly. So the next topic that I wanted to to discuss tonight. So let me conclude with Lamar slimming down. I'm totally fine with that. Do your thing, Lamar. We're just waiting and we're watching, and you're going to put the world on notice. You're going to shock the world. You're coming back this year, and it's your time. It's absolutely your time. So that's where I stand on Lamar Jackson and slimming down. And the next topic, recent-ish signings. Ish, because I'm a little late. There were a couple of signings about 2 weeks ago, and I wanted to touch on them. Two signings in particular that I'm really paying a close, I'm putting a close watchful eye. The first is Joe Evans, defensive end from Iowa. And this guy is, when I watch him or when I read about him, he's aggressive. He gets after that quarterback like he means business. This young man was the leader in Iowa's pass rush last year. And I know we signed him a couple weeks ago, but he's 6'2", about 250 pounds, but he's quick. And like I mentioned, his primary goal is to get that quarterback, get you on the ground. We need that. He would pair wonderfully alongside Odafe Oweh. I know what you're going to say. Don't come for me in the chat. Don't come for me on the replay. I know. This is Oweh's year. He must, and I will say it, must. You all know I defend Oweh. But this is the year where he must put it all together. Pressures are great, but we need to have him be able to complete, to finish. He has to improve on that sack total. I would like to see Oweh anywhere from 8 to 9. I'll say 7 to 9, because I believe last year his sack total was 5 or 5.5. He needs to definitely improve that this year. So you heard it here. I know I'm the one that will go into the streams, and as soon as somebody says something about Oweh, I say, what did you say? Wait a minute now. But it is his year. We need production from him. There are too many talented teams now that we are going to face, the ones that have spruced up their rosters this year, and we need to have an answer for it on defense. We're going to talk a little bit more about defense in just a while, but going back to Joe Evans, this undrafted rookie free agent, he's wowed me. He's shown a lot of promise. I really like Joe Evans. I don't know if there's room for him. I don't know if he'll even make the practice squad, but I certainly would not mind to see him on a practice squad. And even if, I don't like to speak this into existence, but should we need him down the line after he's had some time in the league toward the middle or end of the season, why not? Let's see what this young guy can do. I've been very impressed with him. Tanja Bowman says, I like Joe Evans. He made plays in defense too. Yes, that's what we need, a defensive playmaker. Defensive playmaker. That's it. So Holy Bro said 5 sacks isn't bad to me. I think he can improve. I agree. I think 5 sacks is not bad, but he was a first-round pick. And I think there's always an expectation when you have a first-round pick that 5 sacks might not be enough. And surely when we drafted him so high, we expect more. He was injured for a few games at the beginning of the season, so we have to take that into account. When he returned, he looked good. He played well. Now I just want to see him put it all together for a complete season, and I think Oweh is going to do it. I think Oweh has it in him, and I know he's going to shine this year. Big Red says Oweh may finally live up to his draft spot. Okay. When we say he may finally live up to it, he's working on it, okay? He's getting there. But again, I have been very gracious. I like to say this phrase, in the abundance of my graciousness, I have given Oweh a lot of credit. Now, I'm going to stand by my words that he's going to demonstrate. He's going to show it this year, and I'm looking forward to it. We have with us one of the top Ravens content creators, Sip to Tally Films. Please stop what you're doing right now. We're going to be here. Take 2.5, head over to Sip to Tally, and he has a second channel, More Sip to Tally, where he covers all of the NFL teams on his second channel, but his primary channel, Sip to Tally, covers the Baltimore Ravens. This is a brilliant coach who tells you, he breaks it down to where someone like me, a novice, someone like me who's never been stepped foot on a football field to play the sport, I can understand what he has to say, and it always makes sense. There's always a great nugget of wisdom when you watch Sip to Tally. So please do yourselves a favor. If you just love the sport of football, this coach is going to walk you through how to be successful. Now, the Ravens need to pay attention to Sip to Tally. Ravens, listen to Coach Evans now. He's going to put you on the path of success. Because remember, we are over here. We're coining the phrase tonight. Hashtag Ravens chasing the Lombardi. That's it. We got to send that out there in the ether, put that out there, because we all need to know that's what we're up to this year. Oh, I got to move. I got several other topics. Why y'all ain't tell me? Y'all know I can get off on tangents. Why y'all ain't say something? We got a few more topics before we close because I want to make sure I get to all of them because Big Reg is streaming in just about 9 minutes. Bleacher Report. This week, the Bleacher Report came out with the top, I think it was the top 12 QBs. I'm only going to deal with the top 10 because 12 and 11, that was Herbert and Stafford. Number 10, this one shocked me. Guys, gals, ladies, gentlemen, Tua at number 10. I move on. Number 9, Joe Burrow. I'm going to circle back to that in a moment. Number 8, Jared Goff. 7 was Stroud. 6, Brock Purdy. And 5, we have Jalen Hurts. 4, Dak Prescott. 3, Josh Allen. I cannot argue with this. At number 2, Lamar Jackson. And number 1, Pat Mahomes. I don't have too many issues with this particular Bleacher Report list. This one was pretty accurate, I think. I did think that Joe Burrow should have been higher up in the number, but I can understand why he fell to number 9 on the list because the best ability is availability. And the fact that Joe Burrow has not been able to remain healthy for the majority of his NFL career, that's probably what was taken into consideration as to why he moved so low in terms of number 9. I would have expected if he had played more consistently. He's an excellent player. He's an excellent quarterback. He's a great player. He's that one guy that I just mad at myself for liking him. I don't want to like Joe Burrow, but I do. There you go. That's it. I actually like him. So with this, let me know in the chat. Do you agree with this Bleacher Report for the top 10 or top 12 QBs? I'm pretty much in agreement with it. I think it's pretty correct. This next one though, Bleacher Report also this week came out with, they ranked the defenses, all 32 teams, they ranked them. We are not going into all 32 because that would lead to a hashtag 2-hour stream and we are over here. No, we are team no 2 hours. I will give you the top 5 defenses. This one I took issue with. This one, I said, wait, now they must have missed some things. They got some stuff wrong, but let's look at it. I'll start at number 10. Number 10, they have the Lions, 9, Texans, 8, Raiders, 7, the Steelers. Now this is where I get upset. Number 6, they have the Baltimore Ravens. Let's just continue. At number 5, they have the 49ers, 4, the Kansas City Chiefs, 3, Cowboys, 2, Jets. I cannot be mad at the Jets. They were the fourth team in pass rush last season. Their secondary had 17 interceptions and 90 defended passes. The Jets were very good defensively last season. So, they have Hassan Reddick, they've got Javon, they've got Kinlaw now, and they're I think even though they have Chuck Clark, and even though these men that I'm naming are a little older, like 28, 29, 30, and I think CJ Mosley, 32, there's still plenty left in the tank for these men. So I agree with the Jets being number 2. And number 1, I couldn't argue with. Number 1, I think we all know, the Browns. Cleveland Browns, best defense in the league. I don't know if it's a biased opinion or not a perfectly balanced perspective because I am a Ravens fan, but I will say this. I thought the Ravens needed to be higher. or actually lower on this list. We didn't need to be ranked number 6, did we? Y'all let me know. Am I wrong? Do y'all disagree with this one? If you're watching on replay, please leave a comment down below. Let me know. Do you think the Ravens should have been ranked number 6 going into this upcoming season? It's early. This is a preliminary, decision or thought. It can change because there's still moves to be made this offseason. And I hope the Ravens are taking some notes. I hope we bring in some more players this offseason. Let me take a look at everyone who is in the chat so I can make sure I say hello. We have Juju Keeper. We at 6. Wow, that's crazy. That's what I said. I thought it was just me, but yeah, but again, it really could be that I'm biased because I love my Ravens like we all do. And seeing us at number 6 was just a low blow to me. It was just like, oh, that was kind of gut wrenching. Brandon, AKA Arkansas 501. How are they going to predict defense if most of the defense on each team lost their players? I think it's just like an early, how we do like our way too early overreaction to whatever happens. It was just kind of, that's how I interpreted this Bleacher Report. Not to say that this can't change, this can't be, revised as the off season continues, but currently this is what the Bleacher Report had to say in terms of defenses. I wasn't in agreement with that. Cowboys defense wasn't all that. They weren't. That's why I said how the Cowboys made it past the Ravens. I don't get it. Because good evening to you. I hope you are doing well. I hope you are well. Just as I was saying, for me, this one here, just I don't know. I took issue with this one. I just said this isn't right. This isn't right. We also have Aaron Butler in the house tonight. He is saying hello to Don C, and he's also wishing a happy Mother's Day to all the Raven moms out there. Thank you for joining, Aaron. I appreciate it. We're at the last segment. We made it. We made it. Q&A. You have to type fast. If you have a question that you want me to answer, please let me know. Leave a comment. And if you're watching on replay, if you have a question you'd like me to answer, I'm happy to do it. Leave it down below. My question that I will leave you all with, and I'd love to hear from you, if salary implications were not an issue, name one player that you would love to see the Ravens acquire this offseason who could have an instantaneous impact on our team. You all know I'm going wide receiver, so I'm going to say Justin Jefferson, but realistically, okay, we're not getting Justin. More realistically would be someone like a DK Metcalf. And if that were still at arm's reach and that were not ascertainable, again, I know our salary cap is always a factor, but I'm just saying, who do you, if we didn't have the salary to contend or to worry about? I think Brandon Ayuk, Deebo Samuel. So those would be my realistic, they can come in right now and have an impact immediately on our team. They could actually take our team to the next, one of them. Pick one. It doesn't matter. Brandon, Justin, again, I know that's a very, very, very far reach, but more realistically, Brandon Ayuk, Deebo Samuel, one of them. Let's go get one of them and let's chase this Lombardi. Let's go after it. Let's do it. So that would be my pick. And I would just take your time, ask a ton of questions. See, Big Red, you just coming in the chat, just kicking up dust. Usually it's Jay the Six who does that, but I miss him tonight. I hope you're well. If you're watching on replay, Jay the Six, hope you're good. But that would be what I would want, or who I would want. Either a big body wide receiver would be great for me. And Brandon, aka Arkansas 501, said he doesn't want anybody from San Francisco. Why not? Why? I mean, they're from San Francisco, yes, but the question is, could they be a instantaneous boost to our offense? Could they be an instant boost to Lamar Jackson's ability to get into the red zone and to score? And the answer to that is yes. And I know you're coming from San Francisco, but This is a good one. Excellent question. How many touches you think Henry is going to have? He better have a lot. I think I don't know an exact number. Okay, I can't put a number on it. That's a great question. It needs to be more than the 5 touches that the running backs had during the AFC Championship. See, I told you guys I wasn't gonna bring up the AFC Championship. Why y'all do me like this? Y'all got me talking about the AFC Championship and it still hurts. Okay, I'm not fully healed from that. It was painful, but I don't know how many touches. You let me know in the chat. How many touches do you think um, Henry's going to have? I think because Henry is coming with such a commanded presence, if he feels that he is not getting the amount of touches, if he feels that he is not being integrated into this offense, interwoven, okay, into this offense as he would like, I think he's vocal enough to where he will speak up. And I think he'll let his voice, I think his voice will be heard just because of who he is and what he's accomplished so far in the league. Yes, thank you, Nisha C. Please hit the like button. I hope you all are having a good time. If you are, hit the like button. And if you're not, it's okay. Don't worry about it. Hit the subscribe button, come back, watch another video, another live stream. I promise you'll have a good time. Whatever you do, it doesn't matter. Just hit a button. That is all I have for you all tonight. As I said, I wanted to kind of keep it short, and because we have another live stream starting very, very soon. So I want to make sure that everybody has an opportunity to go over and catch Big Reg. I will say a huge thank you to you all. We are growing. This channel is really growing each and every single day, and it's no small thanks to you. So we are on the road to 500, and you can help me get there. Share this video if you like the content, if you like what we're doing over here and what we're building. Share it on your socials. Let everybody know about it. Because guess what? When we hit 500 subscribers, yes, we are going to have a party. That's right. We're going to have a party on this channel. We're going to have a live stream to celebrate, and we're going to do a giveaway. So that is coming soon as we hit that 500 subscriber mark. And I don't even like to call them subscribers on this channel. I call them family members. I call you all family. So anyway, happy Mother's Day again to all of the mothers out there. Enjoy your weekend. If your mother is here, spoil her. If your grandmother, your aunt, someone, a female who's poured into your life is still here, make sure you share the day with them, or call them, or send them a text message. Just let them know that you're still there, and that you care about them. So thank you all so much for tuning in. I I appreciate you guys coming out on this Friday evening, spending a little bit of time with me. Next week, lock in, make sure your notifications are turned on. The NFL schedule will be released. So as the thumbnail indicated, now what? Now we wait for the NFL schedule to finally to be released. And then we head into OTAs a week after that. I'm going to be here, my face all up on your screen, covering whatever it is these Baltimore Ravens are doing. Get excited, flock. This is a fun time. And make sure that you are believing in our team, because I am. I really believe the best for us. I'm hoping for the best. And I will see you all very soon. Thank you so much for tuning in. You all take care. You stay safe. And never, ever forget, go Ravens. God bless.